So we were here yesterday. Okay, now of course we have still to understand what is the meaning of echo request, echo reply, message destination host undisable, and request timeout. Okay, we have understood the meaning of unicast, multicast, and broadcast. We know that unicast takes very less bandwidth. Multicast takes a little more bandwidth, while broadcast is very bad for the network. But there are certain reasons because of which you cannot avoid a broadcast. Broadcast is good. I told you yesterday, in the network places, the neighboring PC's names are only added if they are able to broadcast. If they don't broadcast, then I will not get the names here. So I cannot stop broadcast even though it is bad. But here in the course, we have to find out how to reduce the broadcast. Okay. Fine. Now, the next part of this course will be, we know that these two computers who are having different network IDs will not communicate with one another because their network IDs are different. If I want these two computers to communicate with one another who are having different network IDs, I require a device called a router. So a router is a device that is used to facilitate communication between two different networks. So now let's see, this is a symbol of a router. Yes.
You asked a question before. I had a question I forgot to ask you.
Yeah.
In class C, the last octave contains the range is from 1 to 2 right?
Class C. Okay.
Yeah.
Class C, it is 192 to 223.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm talking about the last octave.
The last octave can be 12254.
Yeah. So in one network only 255
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Now that we are slowly trying to discover that in class C, in one network you can have only 254 computers. In class B you can have 254 into 254. In class C, A you can have class 255 into 255 into 255.
So how do you increase the network if you want to increase them?
Yes. So you can go to class B.
If you want to see, Reliance Jio network is such a big network, how they have done it?
They have routers.
Oh, okay.
Because routers used to join two different networks.
So in the LAN also, if you have to have more than 254, you have to have routers.
Yes. It does not mean that the router is only used in a WAN. A router is used in LAN also to join two different departments whose network IDs are different.
Okay.
So we discussed that only today. Okay. So here we know the IP addresses and we know the relevant subnet mask. 192.1.0. So here also it will be 255.255.0 and 192.1.0. That's 2.0. Now what is a router? Now first point, a router is a device that is used to facilitate communication between two different networks. If the network IDs are different, it is only through the help of the router that you can facilitate communication.
Okay.
If the router is not there, between two different networks, there is not possible. You cannot have communication. You can call it a router or a layer 3 device.
Okay.
Now if you talk about layers, we know that there are 7 layers of the OS side. So let me just draw it down. Okay, so this Okay, this is the diagram. So the seven layers of the OSI. So we have the application layer. We have the application layer. As the definition. So this is referred to as layer 1. This is referred to as layer 2, layer 3. So now, and all the way up you go, all the way up to the layer 1, okay? So now, a router is a device that belongs to the layer 3. Yes, we'll talk more about the OSI as and when we go to the course. A router is a layer 3 device. Today you also have new switches that actually work at the data link layer, but they have the capability of and the functionality of layer 3 devices. You can use a layer 3 switch also to facilitate communication between two different networks, not layer 2, okay? Yeah. So now, a router. So how do you define a router? A router is a device that is used to facilitate communication between two different networks. That's point number 1. Every router must have a minimum of 2 interfaces. 2 interfaces. Now you call it an interface, or you call it a network interface card, or you call it a port, or you call it LAN card. It's one and the same thing. In routers, normally we use the word interface. Every router has a minimum of 2 interfaces, because the job of the router is to join two different networks, right? A router is a computer. A router is a computer. Now here, a router is a device that's used to facilitate communication between two different devices. That's point number 1. A router is a computer that's used to facilitate. A router has a minimum of 2 LAN cards or interfaces or ports, or you can also refer to as LAN card, interface, or network interface card. Every interface of the router must be configured with a unique IP address. These are all understood actually, but it's better to note them down, Now, next point is very important. This interface of this router and this interface of the PC are directly connected. Likewise, this interface of this router and this interface of this PC tool are directly connected. Yes or no?
Yes.
2 directly connected devices must belong to the same network. What I mean to say is, the IP address that you will assign here should have the same network ID that matches its directly connected device. So, what I would do is, I would copy this as it is here and reverse engineer like what I taught you yesterday. Example. Similarly, I will copy this as it is here and reverse engineer. 192, 1 dot something. It could be 12254. It's up to you. So preferably we use 1. It is easy to remember the router IP address is 1. So the next point would be two directly connected devices must be from the same network or subnet or TCP. And all these means one and the same. Okay? The last point is understood. The IP address that you assign to this interface should be different than the IP address on this interface. Again, the network ID of the IP address that you assigned here should be different than the network ID of the IP address that you assigned here. In other words, no two interface of the router must be from the same network. No two interface of the router can be from the same network. Right now? So keeping this in mind, let's do some exercise. Yes, Sanjay, I'm giving you control. I want you to assign an IP address here, a class C IP address. Use a different number. No, don't use 192. Okay? Yeah.
Okay.
Start. You can take control. Click and take control.
Class C, right?
Class C. Okay, fine. Good. Okay. Enter. Mask. Enter. Absolutely. Now here. Remember, there's a router in the middle.
Yeah.
Good. Absolutely. Now here. This is.
So I'm taking the subnet one, right? Okay.
No problem. You can think ahead. No? Enter. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, now let's one last example of class B. I'll give the range. Yeah.
Okay.
No, one. Okay, right. Enter. Good. Okay. Now here. Okay. Fine. And here.
This one or this one? This one.
Yeah, this one. Left hand side. Good. Okay, that's fine. Right. Absolutely. Good. Correct. Yes. Absolutely. Fine. So now you know this. Now let's input these things in a router. So I will just take up a software called Packet Tracer. Here I have a router and two computers. The IP address I intend to assign here 192.168.1.2. Not I need to do is this, and the network ID would automatically do this. Since these two are directly connected, the network IDs have to be the same. Since these are divided by a router, the network IDs should be different. Since these two are directly connected, the network IDs have to be the same. right? Assign IP address to a computer is not a big deal. 192.1.2. That's it. Nothing else. I close it. Second PC. That is PC1, okay? Desktop. IP configuration. 2.2. Table. Router. As soon as I open a router, I have the CLI. I hit no here, right? This is called which mode? User mode. From the user mode, I can enable to the privilege mode. From the privilege mode, one command I need to remember is show IP interface brief. Enter. This command will show me the interfaces supported by this router and the relevant IP addresses and the interface status, whether it's up or down. Okay? Yeah. If this is down, it means the physical layer is down. Okay? If this is down, it shows that the data link layer is down. Negotiation between two devices. Okay? Physical layer?
The first one is that you said?
The physical layer. Physical layer. We talk more about the physical layer. We set a command no shut, it up. If this is down and the cable is up, that means there's a data link layer, protocol negotiation. We'll talk more about protocols. Okay? Later. Fine. Let's assign IP address. My intention to assign this IP address on F0 and this IP address on F01. Right? So I go to the global configuration mode. I go to the interface, fast Ethernet 00, right? I am inside F00, IP address 192.168.1.1. Okay, but still it shows red. So I'll type no shutdown. Enter. Has it become green? Yes. I can type end, come out and show IP interface brief and reconfirm my configuration. Yes, I successfully assigned F00 with 1.1 and the interface is up. The physical layer is up and the data link layer is up. Similarly, I will go here. Configure terminal interface fast Ethernet 01 IP address 192.168.2.1 and no shutdown. And takes me out. Show IP interface brief shows me all is well. Right? Now I want to ping from this PC to this PC. I want to check whether these two directly connected devices are able to communicate. Then I will check whether these two are able to directly communicate with one another. Okay? So what I'll do is I will go to the router and ping its immediate neighbor. On the left hand side, the neighbor is 1.2. Yes or no? Yeah. Enter. There will be one drop. This means the packet drop, while this means successful execution. This drop is not good. Okay? We need to find out why this one packet is dropped. But the second time when I ping the same police, the drop will not show. So there is a theory behind this. We will discuss about that. That is a major part of the OSI layers. Okay? So again, I will ping on the other side. Other side is again there will be a drop. After the drop is over, it will ping successfully. Did you understand? Yeah, no. So now, this is for one lab you have to do. Now I'm just continuing. I'm just going ahead. Okay.
Yeah.
Now again, the router is a device that is used to facilitate communication between two different devices. But still, from PC0, when I try to ping its other side, 1.2.2, it does not work. Now, why it doesn't work is because we need an extra configuration. We need something called a gateway. Okay? Now, there is a big definition of a gateway. There is a reason why we have a gateway. I will explain that later. But we just start with the basics. Right now, the gateway of this would be its directly connected IP address of the router. Okay? While the gateway for this will be the router's directly connected IP address. Again, there is an explanation for what is gateway. I will explain that to you later. Right now, just some basic configuration. The gateway IP address will be 1.1. Right? Again, I go to next PC. IP configuration. The gateway will be 2.1. Right? Yes? Yeah. And now I should be able to ping from one end to the other end. Right? So a router just tells me that I will be able to communicate to its indirectly connected neighbors. Okay? Now, you have to do practice of class A, B, C and show it to me today like what we did yesterday. But I am just continuing. Okay? Yeah. So now, I am going to take a switch now. A switch. What is a switch? I told you a router is a device that is used to facilitate communication between two different networks, while a switch is used to facilitate communication within the same network. What's the meaning of that? See, I have PC1 here and PC2 here. The respective IP addresses are 192.168.1.1 and 1.2. These two belong to the same network, yes or no? So I don't need a router here. I can directly put a cross cable. Similar devices we use cross cable, right? So I can it will work. But what if I have to add the third PC here? There is no way I can connect this anywhere in the middle. That is why we require a switch. A switch again is a device that is used to facilitate communication within the same network. So if I go here, I can connect it like this. Right? And this PC will also belong to the same network, 192.168.1.3. Now you can see this orange signal showing up in the switch, okay? The switch's port will remain orange for 50 seconds. Why? There are various stages. Blocking, listening, learning, and forwarding. From blocking to listening, it remains for 20 seconds. From listening to learning, it remains for 15 seconds. And learning to forwarding, it remains for 15 seconds. 15 plus 15 plus 20 totals to 50 seconds. Again, these are just numbers given to you. We'll have a deep explanation of what are these four stages and why it remains there. Okay? So let's do the same. So if I remove a cable and pull back, for example, I remove the cable back, again it remains there for 50 seconds. Because it goes from the blocking stage to listening stage to learning to forwarding. Okay, now that's where we have to understand the difference between a hub and a switch. Now this is a theory. This is a theory class today, right now, but a very important part for you to understand the practicals later. Okay? Yeah. I need that diagram. Diagram is not here. sorry, I'm not draw it again. Okay, now you have, let's take an example of these three. Because I haven't drawn it that way. I have a hub here, or a switch. I have PC1, 2, 3, 4. PC1. Whose MAC address is also PC1, okay? Two, PC3, and PC4. IP address is 1.1, 2, 3, and 4. So the PC name is also the MAC address, okay? Now this interface has interface S01, this is S02, this is S03, and this is S04, okay? Assuming that interface numbers are this. Now I'm trying to ping interface S04. That means I'm trying to ping 192.1.4. Okay, now let me copy this. This is a hub, and this is a. When I ping from this PC to this IP address, the source IP address will be 1.1 and the destination IP address will be 1.4, right? As soon as I ping the same thing, yes, Sanjay, is it a unicast, multicast or broadcast packet? It's a unicast, Sanjay. I'm just sending a packet to 1.4.
Okay, but not yet,
Okay, not yet, okay? So, now as soon as I press enter, the packet goes to LAN card, and LAN card takes me to 1.4. And this PC says that the final communication between two directly connected devices in LAN happens using MAC address. So, even though we have said send the packet to 1.4, the PC says until and unless I have not learned the MAC address of this IP address, I cannot send the packet because I sent the packet using his MAC address. That's when a voice comes from this packet. He says, that's my job. The voice, his name is ARP. The job of the address resolution protocol is used to find the MAC address of a given IP address. So the ARP service from this PC says it's my job to find the MAC address of the IP address, and he sent a broadcast packet to the switch. So this is a hub. When a hub receives a broadcast, now hub treats a broadcast, unicast, or a multicast as one. When a hub receives a unicast or multicast or broadcast, what will it do? There's one thing. It will flood. Flooding means making multiple copies and send it out all interfaces. So when he receives a broadcast, he sends it out all interfaces. He doesn't care. Okay? So when this PC wants to find the MAC address of his IP address, he uses ARP to do that work. The ARP sends a broadcast. After sending a broadcast, the packet reaches here ultimately and tells him, I'm ARP, I need a MAC address. That guy says, take it, it's yours. The MAC address is placed in this PC1's ARP table. We have a table called ARP. And this ARP table will have the IP address bound to the MAC address. So 1.4 would be bound to the MAC address of that PC. Right? After this guy learns the MAC address of 1.4, he will encapsulate the entire packet. He will put it on an envelope, like encapsulate. The entire packet that is string 1.4 inside the MAC address of PC4, and now he sends a unicast packet to the hub. He tells the hub, now this is a unicast packet, not a broadcast, but the hub says whether it's a unicast, multicast, or broadcast, I will flood. Right? So hub does flooding for every reception of packet. On the
once it learns the MAC address, so then also afterwards also it does a broadcast?
No. When he learns the MAC address of that IP address, he will send a unicast packet. He says send the packet to PC4. But the hub doesn't understand what is unicast, multicast, broadcast. He will say, I don't care, unicast, multicast, or broadcast, I will send it to everybody. And the receiver will anyway receive it. Why bothering? But a hacker could make fun out of it. Hacker would say, I am also PC4, and he will also have a copy. The hub is not a secure device. What happens in the case of a switch? Let's see. Now here, again, this scenario repeats. From PC1, I say ping 1.4. Packet goes to the LAN card, tells the LAN card, take me to 1.4. He says, sorry sir, call ARP. ARP does a broadcast. So what will a switch do when it receives a broadcast? Switch do when it receives a broadcast frame. Okay? Answer. It will flood. When a switch receives a broadcast, it will send it out all interfaces. Just like a hub. When the ARP broadcast comes to a switch, it behaves just like a hub. It sends to everybody. But when it sends to everybody, the switch, an internal chip in the switch will ask that broadcast packet, who are you? And thus, that way, switch maintains a MAC address table, and in the MAC address table, against every interface, you will find the MAC address of that interface. So, when this guy was sending a broadcast and he was doing his work, that's when the switch was learning the MAC address of the relevant interfaces. Are you understanding, Sanjay?
Yeah.
And after he learns the MAC address, what happens is the MAC address of this gets bound here in the MAC address table, in the ARP table, not MAC address table. MAC address table is by the switch. This is called ARP table. Every PC maintains ARP table and the switch maintains a MAC table. Now, what this PC does is he encapsulates the entire IP address and the ping information inside this ARP MAC address, and now the switch sends a unicast packet, a unicast frame to the switch. PC sends a unicast frame to the switch. When a switch receives a unicast frame, he will say, wait, I am not like a hub. I am an intelligent device. He says, you want to go to MAC address PC4, no? That is bound to my interface 4. Please don't disturb anybody and go directly to the relevant interface. Did you understand, Sanjay?
Yes.
Let's note it down. What will a switch do? answer. It will check the destination MAC address of the frame and check for the existence of the MAC address in its own MAC table. If it is present, it will forward it to the relevant interface. Else, it will. Did you understand, Sanjay? So that means if he sends a unicast frame to the switch, if that destination MAC address is not written in his MAC table, again he will flood the unicast frame also. Did you understand? So now, going back to our lab, let's demonstrate this. I am going to assign the IP addresses to the relevant PCs. Let me go to the PC now. PC name and IP address will be the same, so it's easy for us to realize. PC 4. Okay, every PC is going to be assigned an IP address. This PC I will assign 1.2. The MAC address of this PC will be set with the command ipconfig all. And MAC address has different names: physical address, or hardware address, or burnt-in address. I'm just noting down the MAC address of each of the PCs. IP address of this PC is 1.4. PC4 is 1.4. MAC address, let's note it down for reference. MAC address of this PC is close. Paste it here. Fine. The last PC3, 192.168.1.3, and his MAC address is ipconfig all. His MAC address is 10. Fine. Now watch carefully. I am going to the switch. I am going to show you the MAC table. So MAC address table. Okay? I'm just clearing the MAC address. MAC address table. So right now the MAC address table is empty. I am going to this PC, showing you the ARP table. The PC says ARP table is empty. Let me just resize the screen. Okay. Fine. The PC says ARP table is empty. The switch says the MAC table is empty. As soon as I ping from PC2 to any other PC, 192.1.3, or I ping 1.4, the ARP table is automatically populated. Look at this. 1.3 has C636. C636. 1.4 has 25C9. 25C9, right?
Yeah.
Let's go to the MAC address table. Enter. It says F02 has C636. F02. What's F02? Verify F02. I think this is F02. Yes, F02 is this one. Yeah. You understand that?
Yeah.
Is C36. Yes, that's it. And F03, 25C9. Right now?
Yeah.
So now we know that the ARP table is populated when computers communicate with one another. Right now?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead. Now, assuming I have got 4 computers here. Let's take one more computer. Yeah. All these 4 computers are connected to the switch. This PC also I am assigning an IP address 192.1.5. I don't need the MAC address, so it's fine. This is orange because we are going through the stage of blocking, listening, learning. Okay? What is this blocking, listening, learning? Blocking, listening case, it is listening for MAC address. Learning means it is pasting the MAC address in its MAC table, and forwarding means it is starting the interface. Okay? Yeah, that is just an overview. That may not be mentioned right now, but we have a separate topic on it. Okay, now I have this IP address assigned here, 1.5. Okay, now here, assuming that there are 200 computers here and 200 computers here, total we have got 400 computers connected to the switch. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, tell me one thing. When I ping from this PC, that is PC4 to PC3, okay? Is it a unicast or a broadcast?
Once it learns the table, it is unicast.
Yes. While learning the table, it is a broadcast.
Yes.
ARP does a broadcast. If every PC does a broadcast, it is going to create a havoc on the network.
Yes.
So that means there is a big broadcast happening here.
Yes.
So to reduce this broadcast, so the requirement is to manage and want you to reduce. It's a small bit. Management wants you to reduce the broadcast. Okay?
Yeah.
That is one. And second requirement is security has to be maintained. They don't want the sales department to talk to the accounts department. For example, assume that this is the accounts department and this is the sales department. Okay? So there are 200 computers here and 500 computers here, or 200 computers here. So they don't want any computers from the accounts department to talk to any computers in the sales department. Accounts department, all computers should communicate to each other. Sales department computers should communicate to one another, but accounts should not communicate to sales. Now, by default, we have, in this switch, we got 24 ports. How do I know? I can just execute the command show IP interface brief. Enter. It says yes, this switch has 24 interfaces. Now all these 24 interfaces belong to one VLAN. Show VLAN brief. We have one VLAN called VLAN 1. All these 24 interfaces belong to that default VLAN called VLAN 1. And that is the reason why all of them would communicate with one another. That is the reason why there is communication happening between all the computers, and that's the reason why when one computer sends a broadcast to this interface or port, it is sent to all the remaining interfaces. What we need to do is, if we want to prevent communication, let me write it down. Right now, we got something called VLAN 1. And we have got interface S04, S03, okay. We have got F01, F02, F03 and F04. All these interfaces belong to one VLAN. What we would do is, we would create VLAN 2, okay? We would create VLAN 2 and move interface F04 and F02. I'll move F02 and F04 and place them in a separate VLAN called VLAN 2. Once I do that, communication between these two VLANs will stop. Did you understand?
Yes.
So I go to this resize my screen. I'll go to PC4 and I am hitting a non-stop ping to 1.3. It will happen because they all belong to the same VLAN. What I'm going to do is I'll open the switch. I will create the second VLAN, VLAN 2. Name doesn't make any difference, but let me name it to same. Show VLAN brief shows me you got VLAN 1 and VLAN 2. But VLAN 2 has no interfaces yet. I need to move F02 from VLAN 1 and place it in VLAN 2. Yes or no?
Yes.
So I will go ConFC, interface F0/2, switch port mode access, switch port mode access VLAN 2. Enter. When I press enter, see, it again changes from blocking, listening, learning, forwarding, and the ping over here has stopped. Are you understanding?
Yes.
And again, show VLAN brief. See, I have moved F02 from here to here. Did you understand?
Yes.
Again, see now you may assume, okay, maybe it is not green because this is orange color. Now it's not green. Even still the ping has stopped. Again, I'm going to ping the other side. I'm going to ping, I think this is 1.5, okay? 1.5 works. 1.5 works because he belongs to VLAN 1 only, yes or no?
Yes.
I need to move this guy also from VLAN 1 and place it in VLAN 2. ConFC, interface F0/4, switch port mode access, VLAN to enter. That thing also stops. Did you understand?
Yes.
Okay, so this way what have we done? What have we done? All the broadcasts happening in VLAN 1 will be contained within it. It will not be sent to other VLANs. Again, we have facilitated security. There is no communication between the computer accounts department and sales department. These are the two reasons for creating VLANs. One, to reduce the broadcast that's happening. Second, for to facilitate security. Now the company says, very good job. But they want one of these 200 computers to communicate to one of the sales department computers. Now, this is referred to as inter-VLAN communication. Communication between two VLANs, right?
Yes.
In order to facilitate inter-VLAN communication, we require a router.
Oh.
Router or any layer 3 device. Even a layer 3 switch also can be used. Okay? So now, what is a router? Router is used to facilitate this communication between two different networks. That's okay. But even between two VLANs, you require a router.
Okay.
So router. Now what I will do is, let me get it wrong. Yeah. I will attach both the interface of the router directly to the switch. Remember this is F05, okay? And I think F06 is on. Yes. Okay? So what my plan is right now? Watch carefully.
Yeah.
My plan is, I will let this interface be in VLAN 1 of the switch, but this interface I will place it in VLAN 2.
Okay.
Next point. I will assign an IP address here and here. The IP address I will assign here should have the same network ID as this. Well, the IP address that I assign here will have the same network ID as this side. Are you understanding?
No.
Let's try it, okay? Let's try it, okay. Now,
But if you want VLAN 2 VLAN, so let's say full
yes.
VLAN 2 will be different.
Yes. Let me show you, okay? So, which IP address would you assign this time? Tell me, Sanjay.
192.168.1.
One, okay, one is fine. So, which IP address would you assign here, Sanjay? Can you try?
It has to be different network ID, right?
Yes, it has to be different. You have to choose different. It has to be 2 or something. But this side has 1 or something. So there's no option, but you have to change the IP address on the other side to the same as the router's IP address. Are you understanding? There's no option. You have to change the IP address of the entire network. You will say, I've got more than 4,000 computers. How will I change it? You should have told me earlier.
Yeah.
Now I have set up the entire design. Now you're telling me to do this? No worries. In CCNA, we have a topic called DHCP server. You can assign a DHCP server here, and within seconds, you will assign IP address automatically all the 1 crore or 200 crore computers in seconds.
Okay.
You don't have to manually go and do all this. That topic will come. How to assign IP address to client remotely. Are you understanding?
Yes, yes.
So let's go to the PC router and assign the relevant IP addresses. Enable connect interface F0/0 correct. IP address 192.168.1.1. No shut. Green says go. Similarly, F01 IP address 2.1. No shut. Green says go. Lastly, please don't forget, you have to go to F06 and place him in VLAN 2. Show VLAN brief. You have to remove this from VLAN 1. Are you understanding, Sanjay? Connect interface F0/6 switch port mode access VLAN 2 blocking listening learning for it will be orange now. Yes, it's orange. Can you see that?
Yes.
It's orange. Okay. Now, what is going to happen in some time? I am going to assign a gateway to this PC, and this PC's gateway's IP address would be this, and this PC's gateway IP address would be this. And when I ping from one PC to another PC, the communication will go like this. Okay? So let me go to this PC4. Oh, by the way, I didn't get the IP address of these 2 PCs. I'm going to go inside this and press 2, no? 192.168.2.1. Gateway, is that okay, Sanjay?
Gateway for the... Okay.
Yeah. I go to the second PC.
You have to take the IP address of the DHCP here.
Yeah, DHCP here, right. See, and I will not do gateway because the company says no communication between anybody else. Okay?
Yeah.
I will go to the first 4 PC4. I will go and change the gateway. Not change, assign the gateway. Not change, assign.
Yeah.
And then I will try to ping 192.168.2.5. First packet will drop, and from the second packet, the ping will start. Did you understand?
Okay.
Now, I told you there is an explanation behind why the first packet gets dropped. ARP. To find the MAC address for that specific IP address, ARP spends 1 second. That's the reason this first packet gets stopped. Did you understand?
Yes.
Yes, Sanjay. This is what you have to practice. So what is the homework today? Okay? Like yesterday, you have to post it on WhatsApp. Okay? You have to give me 5 of this examples. 5. Okay? Okay. If you are finding a 5 examples, 2 to each. 2 of class A, 2 of class B, 2 of class C. Same example. 2 computers. Yeah. 2 computers. Just 2 computers.
So just class A, class B, class C.
Class A, class B, and class C. Right. Okay?
So I just have to put on the paper, write down the paper and...
No. No, you are doing what packages.
That's why I'm asking you.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking you.
Packet now everything is on packages. Everything is on packages. Yesterday could not be done on packages. No? Yesterday's homework could not be done on packages. Now everything on packages. Configure it and send it to me. This is that one. Okay. So after that you will think from here to here. Of course, we have to assign a gateway. I have not explained the menu of gateways. That is the reason you have that lab that is sending the seminar. 4 days back, you said to explain that. That gateway concept was not clear. That's the reason you had that question. Okay, that will be clear after the gateway is done. But right now we have not understood the menu of gateway. We are putting it like a dummy. Okay, that's one thing. Secondly, you have to solve this lab. First of all, you have to just configure a switch with 2 VLANs, right?
Switch with 2 VLANs, okay.
And then put a router, and these 2 computers to communicate.
Okay, so you are the packages.
This is a packages, yeah, everything on packages.
Okay, good.
And wherever you are getting stuck, don't wait till tomorrow you call me, I can come online.
Okay.
Hmm?
You can just, I know what is homework.
Yeah, homework. One is what? 2 PC, 1 router. Okay? Check it. Switch with 2 VLANs. Same lab. So we write down 2 VLANs.
4 computers.
4 computers. Huh?
Okay.
Then next 1 PC from account should get with 1 PC on sale. Okay? Right?
Yeah.
Once this is done, 2 would be homework 2. After this is done, if this is not done, don't do this, okay? Huh? This 4 VLAN. Okay? 4 VLAN. 4 VLAN. And 1 input from each VLAN should all. Okay, don't do this right now. Don't do this right now. Don't do that because you will be directly done for 3. Okay, do this first. And one more wait. Then, okay, I want to do one more thing after that. I want you to try this, okay? After everything is over, homework 2, okay? After everything is over, I want you to try this. Homework 2. Okay. So, you will take this router. 1, 2 PCs here. And 2 PCs here. They belong to 192.1.x network and they belong to 192.2.x network. Somehow I want you to find how we will connect them. This router has only 2 interfaces. You can't increase the interfaces. And these 2 should be somehow connected to the side and these should here and all of them should communicate with one another. Okay, this is homework 2, okay? And when doing this, only for this, others you have to go to recording. Okay? For this, if you are not able to do, you can call me. Okay? But finish by today, so we can go ahead tomorrow. So, homework 1 is to 1. What order? No, for each class. Right now, 2 labs, each class. Plus 1, this is done, no? Once this is done, no, you're confident for tomorrow's class.
Sure.
Okay? Yeah, okay, bye. I'll just forward the recording. One minute. Record.
You actually wanted to learn Excel also?
Excel?
You do Excel or?
No, Excel I don't know.
You